Former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick got invited to the Seattle Seahawks headquarters and training for another shot at playing professional football. Now, the punk is getting a nasty dose of karma after saying that he isn't ready to stand for the national anthem. According to Blue Lives Matter, the former 49ers quarterback was tapped by the Seattle Seahawks organization to visit their headquarters during training camp. In order to seal the deal, Kaepernick had to agree that he would no longer take part in any kneeling protests during the national anthem. After telling the team he wasn't ready to make that promise, Kaepernick got what he deserved. ESPN reports that Kaepernick, who became the most controversial player in professional sports for kneeling during the national anthem, had his offer to meet up with the Seahawks postponed until further notice, in effect rescinding their offer to give him another shot at playing in the league. It's always funny how people who say they want a job and want to work don't actually follow through when given the opportunity. The story began 2 weeks ago when the Seahawks told Kaepernick they wanted him to show up during a preseason camp and to work out with the team, according to what sources familiar with the situation told ESPN. Accommodations were made, and Kaepernick's travel plans were booked as the team prepared to see if Kaepernick still had the right skills to play in the NFL. Just recently, Kaepernick's trip to Seattle was cancelled over the team's last-minute stipulation regarding his willingness to stand for the national anthem. The Seahawks reportedly wanted Kaepernick's word that he wouldn't continue kneeling during the anthem, even that he was offered a job to play next season. Because Kaepernick is an America-hating moron, he wouldn't agree to the Seahawks' request and had his visit postponed. Seattle's decision wasn't final, according to the source who spoke with ESPN. The team was still weighing out their options and trying to decide whether they would give Kaepernick another chance. Following his cancelled plans to join the Seahawks at their headquarters, Kaepernick traveled to New York to give his deposition to attorneys for the NFL in his case, which accuses the league of conspiring against him to keep him from playing again. Kaepernick's critics maintain that it is his own unwillingness to adhere to standards and policies of teams who are considering hiring him that keep him from getting a job, and not some imaginary league conspiracy. But, like a true liberal, Kaepernick needs someone else to blame for his problems. Logically, a good majority of the teams in the NFL are afraid of losing even more fans than they already have over unpatriotic protests during games. Seattle isn't the first team to ask a potential hire to agree not to kneel during the national anthem. Previously, ESPN reported that when the Cincinnati Bengals interviewed San Francisco 49ers free agent safety Eric Reid, they wanted his assurance that he would not be involved in any kind of activism on the field. Reid was one of the former 49ers who knelt alongside Kaepernick during his time in San Francisco. Despite the fact that Kaepernick's less than impressive play earned him a 3-16 record during his last 2 seasons in the NFL, he still claims that the league has a conspiracy against him because no team has invited him to training since he left the 49ers in 2016. For a hot second, the Baltimore Ravens were considering inviting Kaepernick to their camp before the 2017 season got underway. However, a tremendous amount of backlash from Ravens fans on social media suddenly put an end to that opportunity after Kaepernick's girlfriend posted a racist meme on Twitter about the Ravens owner. Reportedly, the Seahawks are still working to resolve their quarterback position issues and haven't completely ruled out hiring Colin Kaepernick. The Seahawks fired quarterback Trevin Boykin on March 27, 2018, leaving them in a pickle. Boykin was arrested in Texas a day later on aggravated assault charges after a domestic violence incident with his girlfriend, according to USA Today. In my opinion, Kaepernick got exactly what he deserved. He can't just tell a business owner that he won't follow the rules if given a job. It's that kind of self-entitled attitude that American patriots are sick of seeing in professional